right. So we gapped up, swept these highs. Friday's PM high on mostly everything except, no, on everything. And then we came down during London. London took out this close low on Russell alone. It like came below the new week opening gap. We held up on the indices and then those shot up, made new highs, swept some internal relative equal high on yes. We did not take out that high. Looks like we're manufacturing it on NASDAQ, but then we did come down on that move since we took out the Asia high on those guys, and now we've swept these equal lows, and maybe we'll come deeper. We'll see. But we did take out London and the close on Friday. And did that to everything. So even Russell is holding up here. Came down to the CE of this wick. We'll see if it's going to hold. But the only other thing is maybe this. Maybe this was the short here, but it's not super clear. I think the short was just from these guys. I don't know. I think we're just taking out liquidities and head higher. That's what I think. But it's not super clear. We do have this setup though. The question is it real? We already took out that low in London, and now we're changing character here, right at the 630 level. And we've got news at 10 a.m. Is there any other news? What the? At 7:45 and 8 my time, so that's, yeah, 9:45 and 10. So yeah, this could still be along here. You know what, I might actually just take it with small size. Let's see, it's only 3 points. 3 points. Times 5 is $15.
Order submitted.
Order working.
Oh yeah, and there could be something on the other charts too.
Order
Order
submitted.
working. Order working.
I think this could just really tear through everything if it's gonna go. But I know that sometimes with the offset news, it kind of messes with the news level, so just gonna be really small on it 4 times. So yeah, it's like $60 of risk. Just a tiny little paper cut if we're wrong. If you can even call it that. But yeah, liquid, like just structure wise, it does look like this was a nice little sweep. And then obviously now we got SMT there, and it looks like it may still set up nicely for Russell to come and take out all these highs. I want to check my stream, but it don't let me. Okay, just making sure the audio worked. Perfect. Works. Alright. So yeah, we're gonna see how this is gonna play out. We've got another hour, less than an hour, till the open. Let's just get a handle on everything else. Oh, crypto kind of coming down now. Let's look at these guys now that they're open. So yeah, just a nice little resweep. Looks like we didn't take out. Yeah, it makes sense. We didn't take out that high there. And we actually have SMT the other way. So that's interesting. But then, yeah, that whole level is just gone. So, but yeah, looks like. Oh yeah, nice little pool of liquidity though there. So equal lows there. Yeah, we do have those obvious targets though. We got smooth highs all the way on the way up, and then we got smooth lows on Qs. We're just gonna see if that Russell idea is gonna play out up into that 1 hour at, or this high. All right. Oh yeah, let's look at currencies and metals. Okay, well, we really came down on copper. We took out that high on gold. We're respecting this with fair value gap so far. I think it'd be interesting to see silver kind of come up above this high, but then still hold this fair value gap. But honestly, it's already doing something interesting by just taking out this candle high, this gap down candle. Dollar coming up still. These guys coming down. Just inverted the chart. Let's look at like VIX stuff. Okay, so VIX took out all these smooth highs, spiked through that, gapped up, but now coming down into the new week opening gap. We also already kind of swept back below these highs. So I don't really know. VIX futures have relative equal highs up at the highs, so that's another possible draw on liquidity. It just has these grinding up lows. Kind of interesting. But yeah, it's got this pull of liquidity here, and this one. I mean, if we get a really strong move, then yeah, this would be like a smooth high. Not relatively equal, but smooth. So, but yeah, I could easily see this coming back down, no problem. Fixed futures could just act completely different too. So, yeah, not really super clear there either, but definitely has a pool of liquidity higher. And then same thing here. This would be like the area where it may slow down. If it's gonna stop, if it's gonna pump into here and then above there. All right. So yeah, it just looks like it's gonna want to go up. And I don't know why it's doing that. There we go. So yeah, there could be something here with Russell and Dow Jones, where Dow Jones might just want a little bit deeper. May want like this order block. Since we have this S&T. Oops. Let me just mark it out. I think that's it. Yeah. Russell took it out. So Dow Jones should come lower. So far, Russell's already come lower below these lows and the gap up, whereas Dow Jones also has they also have their What would be really interesting is if we got this to make another low, Dow Jones. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Make one more low without Russell though. If Russell still held. But we'll see. Trying to see if Nasdaq still has not taken a high, but it's really working it. Sort of have a little support resistance liquidity level there. Already taken that high out on ES. ES kind of came down deeper than Nasdaq did below the London close. But yeah, this is just no man's land either way for me. I gotta wait for the open. I'm hoping this actually might play out. I think it's actually the only reason I'm second guessing it is just because the news timing usually always throws off the news level that I've seen. That's not to say this is still a great trade, who knows, but we'll see. And then on top of that, I didn't see until after, but I already was making that adjustment for the timing. And yeah, we have the difference here with these highs, so I think it's perfect the amount of little size I put on, and I'm willing to let it ride to this high. Because if it's going to take that out, it's most likely just going to go for it. And then I'll be looking for the short, so that'll be dope. But yeah. I'm going to change this. Oh my gosh, dude. Dang it. Can't switch accounts. Alright. Well, yeah, I'm just going to mute this and just kind of let it play out. And we'll see it near the open in 20 minutes or so. Something just happened, man. First of all, I got stopped out on micros, but the actual chart is still good. So I guess I'm back in, and I've got a lower stop. So to give me some more room, and I did get a better entry, so it's not terrible, but that's stupid. But yeah, quite the move up on ES and Nasdaq. Nasdaq sweeping through those equal highs. Now it's creating equal highs with the Friday, and yeah, so dumb how that does it. It's literally a few more ticks below. So we'll give it even more room. Two points. So and yeah, this gets so good. It's topped out. It's just I'm gonna set an alert on the actual low this time. Well, yeah, Nasdaq and ES are taking out the highs, so that might actually be confirming more downside maybe on YM. I just don't get where this volatility is coming from. Let's see. Maybe just the OpenAI news, I think. Yeah, I think it's the OpenAI news. But that's exactly why it's the news news later in the day always has something to do with the way price moves, because this is an hour before the news, and usually there's not a lot of movement like right now there usually is. So yeah. Dang, these are expensive. Yeah, there's like a big OpenAI NVIDIA news thing going on. Amazon joins Microsoft, Oracle, and Google as an OpenAI AI cloud provider. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, it can't go much lower, so I'm just gonna move my stop. No, no. We're not gonna get tricked into that again, man. That's exactly what it just did, dude. Well, yeah, that's a nice little change. Sweeping this. Now we've got clear divergence above London and Asia. But then we have the divergence there. And then a clear sweep of liquidity. Though, yeah, I think it would make sense to come kind of manufacture this 5-minute lows with an order block underneath, but that doesn't mean it has to do that. Oh yeah, and this isn't, yeah. Yeah, that could be it. Alright. Well, let's see if we can make our little loss back. What the? How did I lose $60 and I'm only up 20? That doesn't make sense. Just kidding, that makes sense. Alright. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, these should be going higher. We had a divergence there, and then we had another one here. So, of course, they're going higher. Now, the problem, though, is if we take this high, but we've already taken the relevant highs. So now it's about that one. Oops. Taking that one. I'm surprised. I didn't think this SMT would be in play, but I think it is. So I would think it's definitely gunning for these highs. And if it's going to take that, it seems like ES would probably do it as well. Okay. Yeah, much clearer divergence here. About to, no, it's the same one. All right, we're back to waiting. But the open is in 20 minutes. All right, so yeah, looks like we're getting the move up so far, and ES is even kind of leading it after we got that that the manufacturing of this high on Nasdaq, which basically just leads relative equal high or smooth highs all the way up, and same thing on ES, except maybe here. But yeah, Russell's moving now. See if we're gonna get that full reach up into this 1 hour in efficiency. Um, and I may leave a runner. Yeah, I might leave one runner up into there just because.
Order cancelled. Order cancelled.
Dude, this is so loud. Leave one
Order
there.
submitted.
Order working.
Oops. Right here.
Order submitted.
Order working.
Order submitted.
Order working.
And yeah, we did get that little spike there. So. On the 15, it is this high. So yeah. Leave it right at that high because it could be a little bit different. Perfect. Same thing here. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. I kind of want to see while it's going how strong YM is going to be. It looks like it would want at least these highs, maybe even this PM high. Yeah, honestly, I think it's just going to go for this order block on the 1 hour as like the short possible short op. But I'd want to see like bear flows or something happen into that, and also we'll see what Nasdaq and ES are doing. If they take out the all-time high or something, then that might actually work because now we have another sort of divergence happening. And we have this soup here, at least we should be taking out this high. So we'll see. And the open is in 3 minutes. Nice movement on Russell. Big retrace back down, right at the open. Oh,
Order
Stop
canceled.
filled.
stopped out. What the hell? Why am I not being stopped out, man? What the freak?
Order
Order cancelled. Order cancelled.
That's so annoying. I had to manually go cancel all of them. Oh my gosh, man.
Order
Order
canceled.
cancelled.
Alright, so that didn't work. That means, yeah, I don't really know where Russell's gonna go. Looks like, yeah, maybe it's just a short since we souped a bunch of equal highs. It may just be this playing out. Yeah, I don't know. Pretty unfair, man. I don't know what's going on with these trades. Alright, anyways. Yeah, we've got divergence above the high. We're still manufacturing these highs. Yeah, honestly, that was my only idea, was that we were gonna create some sort of divergence up higher. So, NASDAQ looks like it wants this high, doesn't seem to care, and yes is coming down, looking like a nice little soup. It's not smooth high yet, but if we zoom out, it will be. Looks like it may want to just soup out all these lows, maybe. But these are pretty decoupled, so which is just not clear to me, the trade. But the 10 a.m. news might offer something. This is still a nice drawn liquidity down here on NASDAQ. How would we want to play it? Well, we had YM soup this high already, and maybe that that's all we're doing is just changing character all the way at the highs. Lows look pretty bearish. Maybe that's all we're doing is repainting it to the extreme and short all the way down. And the flows from Friday were also sort of bearish. Huh. And it's just using this order block. Possibly. Really bearish flow on Qs and SPY. So yeah, it looks like it. Oh yeah, that's gonna be crazy if Nasdaq's gonna puke all the way down. That's really gonna break some things. On the small time frame though, I really want to see what it looks like. Yeah, everyone came up and made that high. I bet the news might offer a retrace entry. Either that, or that's gonna be the delivery. YM's taking out these lows again, but doesn't seem to really matter. Maybe it's gonna give this one more little push up, possibly. The only problem is this low. It's like we gotta bounce out of there. And maybe it was just because of ES. Well, we had YM sweep into a big pool of liquidity. And so yeah, it moved up, taking the highs out. And then we had these guys diverge over those highs. So yeah, maybe the news offers a re-entry on the short. Maybe that'll switch the fuel back into Russell. It's gonna get something. Dang, yeah, this might be a good short if it's. It's gonna retrace. On a 1 minute shift there. We got another few minutes till the news, so I think it's gonna go without me, but I'm just thinking maybe there might be an opportunity to enter this. I'd like for it to hopefully bounce here as it's tapping that order block, this order block. Liquidity here. This might be a nice little 2022 model entry if it's gonna close here. But I would like to risk this, not which made. Alright, now we want to see how this candle closes, see if it displaces away. This one. This is the 830 level low. ES is taking it out. Well, Russell's already almost at the actual low. YM relative equal lows. The order block possible long maybe. It's not my style. Missing some things. Just want to see if we can get a premium entry once we get a retrace. So I'll kind of leave that there for when it bounces.
Order submitted.
Order working. Order working.
Order submitted.
Order working. Order working.
Everything's really bearish on the flow. Qs, yeah, perfect. And on the 1 minute chart, we kind of have smooth highs all the way up to basically the order block this order block. So that kind of lines up with the 50% there. We're gonna get it. There we go. So yeah, that's a clear market structure shift. Now you just want to see where This is going to retrace too. And then Financial Juice says there's a red folder right now. So I don't know what that means, but oh, it's a yellow folder on this, but yeah, whatever. See if we can get a retrace back up. We're hitting the new week opening gap on ES, so that could give us maybe the juice to get up there. Nice. There we go. So we got a no, yeah, just a nice 5-minute fair value gap. 4-minute lines up with that. All right. So 5-minute and a 4-minute there. Yeah, there we go. Oh, well, micros are different again. Okay, so maybe the 2. So yeah, it's just the order block. Hmm. 6, 1, 8. My orders are up here. Oh no, that's the same. Okay. And yeah, that's still right at the beginning of the order block. And if you look left, yeah, kind of lines up. It's not even getting up into there on the 5-minute. There is this little small inefficiency maybe on order block, maybe. It's somewhat of a retracement. I'm just hoping that it's going to do that. This is not something I would trade up into at all. Yeah, we still got news in another 12 minutes too, so, and that's like a real red folder for sure. It's the ISM PMI. We're getting some call buying, but I don't think it's serious. It may just be what we're looking for though. Yeah, this is not obviously playing out the way I initially thought. It's a little trickier. But I think this news is going to be a possible trade catalyst, so we'll see. We got 10 minutes to the news. So far, 5-minute it's just been continuing lower without even coming up into this inefficiency. We may never do it. But ES is tagging the new week opening gap, similar to those lows. So maybe we'll get it. Maybe Nasdaq just wants to sweep this. Yeah, maybe it needs to offset some of these orders so that it can come back up. There. It's got the little sweep now. 50% now is right into that 5-minute. You know what? I've actually forgot about this, but if it takes out the low on YM, that may actually be the real whole trade on Russell. So I need to be ready for that too. Russell already came down and tapped to the low, but it never took it out, and looks like Dow Jones may re-sweep it. If we do, that may be a juicy long. But Russell flow is very bearish. Well, yeah, let's refresh. Yeah, there's a lot of flow there. And if YM's gonna take out that low, then I would not want to take this short, honestly, on Nasdaq. So yeah, if this is gonna deliver, then that may actually just be setting up a long. If we're gonna take out these smooth lows on ES, and then now we've got a target on Nasdaq too, so that might be a long on Nasdaq and a long on Russell. Probably take both. Just split up the size a little. But it looks like YM's going for this low right into the news. I really like that. So I'm canceling.
Order cancelled. Order cancelled.
Canceling those orders. Short may still be, a little bit lower, but if YM's gonna take this low, it kind of changes things, and I might be able to use this new week opening gap or the London low for the Nasdaq call. And then it's just where do I get in on Russell? Well, we're going to be risking 63. So yeah, it just depends. So yeah, we'll just NASDAQ sweeping that. Yeah, I think ES is going to come for these. Probably back down to the actual order block low. And there's news in 5 minutes, so we got some time for this to just quickly whipsaw. We gotta be quick though, once it happens, I'm assuming. And along on NASDAQ below the true day open might be the play. Kind of manufacturing support resistance liquidity, might want to sweep below that. I think the obvious level is this true day open here on NASDAQ. YM is just there at the low. We're getting some put selling, but yeah, and the volume's starting to come down. So we are seeing profit taking. That's good. Very good. And a lot of call buying on the market tide. Just need to see the volume match. So far the premiums are diverging though. But Russell's already retracing. I don't like that, but it's never going to be perfect. Yeah, nice little long on that order block. If it's going to take it out on my end. Alright, so I haven't taken the low. News is in several seconds. Yeah, we're probably going to have to hit these bids. Big move in the puts. Oh, there we go. Broke the low.
Order
Order
submitted.
working.
So that's 2 on Russell. 10 points, so 50 bucks, $100. Yeah. Yeah, so that's the clear break. NASDAQ still hasn't come down to the 2-day open. I think it is going to come down.
Order
Order
submitted.
working.
NASDAQ didn't tap it yet, but Russell's really respecting that new week opening gap, the previous one. Doesn't mean it's going to come down. I just think it would make a lot of sense for NASDAQ to take the true day open to accumulate. Just tap it, you know.
Order filled.
Order filled.
Order
Order
filled.
working.
Order
Order
cancelled.
cancelled.
Alright, I'm in just like safe size. Nasdaq just shy of the true day open, man. And yeah, Russell's kind of respecting that new week opening gap. I really like that, but at the same time, the trade idea is based on the divergence. And yeah, we're also kind of respecting that order block, so that's really good. I got 8 points. Let's do some math. Yeah, I got a little bit of size on. I could get in more though. I should have got in more, but I kind of want to leave it for Nasdaq to try the Nasdaq long. There it is. It's about to tap it. True day open tapped. Lining that up with ES sweeping the lows. Let's see if there's like an hourly inefficiency we can get in on. If we're gonna get it. We're literally like a few ticks away. This one. And these guys are heading lower while YM's holding up. It's nice to see that. That might have been it. We got kind of a divergence below the news low, whereas YM held up. But we'll see. Yeah, that might have been it. Bummer. Just missed the true day open. That's so funny. That's crazy. Just look at that. Like 2 points maybe. Well, hopefully Russell can get going. Q's is actually bullish now on the flows at the lows here. Maybe it's worth trying this Dow Jones long based on this divergence thing. Still just missed. And technically it tapped the order block wick high.
Orders.
Order working.
There, and I'm in good size on Russell. Could easily just take this low out and still be in play, so that's why I'm just letting it do what it needs. You know what? The flows are looking bearish again, though. Q's is bullish, though. Well, no, it's not bullish anymore. For relative to the open, though, it is bullish, though. But SPY is just continually bearish now. Just the premiums are just being weird. The volumes are bearish. Oh, what? Oh, yeah. Okay. Dow Jones now into the support resistance liquidity on the DIA chart. Still holding up on this end. Well, there might be the long now on NASDAQ. But we're not seeing the flows be bullish anymore. Yeah, we just need to really get entry on this for this to make sense to me. You know, at least a little bit lower, maybe even this low. So yeah, it could very well go up, but for me, it's like it would literally, it's just shy of being worth it. Oh, that might be it. Came below the trade open, and yes has done what it's needed to do. Well, you know what? We're kind of outside of my kill zone though. It's kind of too late. I really don't like it on Russell now because that should have been the time it would start to move, and now it's kind of outside of that. And even Nasdaq, it's like it came and dipped again, sort of within the window, but it's like it really needs to bounce right now if it's gonna. And that's the thing, Russell could just be going for the low again. It likes to do that a lot. But, and with the time alignment, it doesn't look good anymore. No way I'm gonna add any more size to this. And if Nasdaq comes lower, then that's the same thing. Oh, you know what? It's almost 10:30 though. Wow. Yep, I'm about out. It's gonna get me.
Order cancelled.
Order cancelled.
Order
Order
cancelled.
cancelled.
Alright, everything's closed out. But the flows, they just don't look too bad on Qs, and it's about 10:30. But yeah, I don't want to keep taking losses. Today just wasn't, honestly, like, today wasn't as clear, and I took my shot, and yeah, I don't know, just wasn't as clear. No, that's what you get. You lose when it's not as clear. So, do I put on any more risk on the day for the quality of setups? Well, we do have that move. We do have some flow. Well, if we risk that low, it's about 80 points or 70 points. So, yeah, we could only risk one contract if we're gonna get an entry there. SPY, still bearish looking.
Order submitted.
Order working. Order working.
This might go deeper.
Order submitted.
Order working. Order working.
Order system.
Order working. Order working.
Well, yeah, I'm trying the NASDAQ. So that'll be the last one. I think it's just going for this order block, which it just got, so. Or I'm wrong and I'm out, so just take the full loss.
Order filled.
Filled.
Yep.
Order filled.
Order cancelled.
That was the competition account. Honestly, that was just distraction. Alright, this is where it needs to bounce here. It's right on that order block, so. And ES is kind of where it needs to be too, right into that wick. So you'd want it to really bounce here. Maybe wants to tap that new week opening gap there. Win rate's not too good today. Dang. Alright. That's probably it then. Oh wait, it's just tapping the new week opening gap. Please. No, this does not look good. Please. Yeah, just a bummer losing day, man. Just a bummer. There, tap the new week opening gap, and now we need a really And ES is hitting that wick. I just think it's going down. I think it's headed for those lows. I think that short was the real trade, and yeah, maybe it'll bounce here, maybe 50%, but yeah, it's not looking good. It's coming down really hard if you zoom out to the higher time frames. 15-minute, just been displacing lower, so. Game over, man.
Order
Order
filled.
cancelled.
There we go, I'm out. Yeah, that was just tricky. It does look like it was going to be bullish there. To make sure all the orders are canceled. This thing has been fucking me over lately. Alright, yeah, not terrible though. I just hit my max daily loss for today, which is actually good because today was not the cleanest day for me. And didn't break any rules. So just need to get better at the skill. So yeah, that short was the thing to see. It just so happened to be the index futures charts again to signal it, and that's where it's always just so tricky because you have an idea in your mind and then something that's out of your control changes, and you just need to be able to fold instead of trying to keep playing. I should have folded that long idea. I think that's the mistake I made, is I should have folded when I saw that there was the actual divergence for the Russell or for the Dow short. So the Dow short was very clearly there, and I just ignored it. It even came into the open. It retraced into the at least if you use the stock index charts, it traced perfectly into the order block. Could have gotten a great entry there. So, well, yeah, actually, no, on here it did too. So if you just look, this was the high. So, whoops. So you just had an order there, risking that. Boom. And then yeah, this I could have gotten in there too. I just hesitated and didn't take the what's it called? The cards on the table, whatever it's called, the flush. No, it's not the flush. Whatever it is. So yeah, just need to get better at trading, pivoting quickly, seeing what the probabilities are on the chart, and not trading what I was trading my feelings today, I think. So it's funny because it's like, oh, that's what I was doing. But in the moment, you got to be able to make those decisions in the moment. So, yep, that's it for me today. It'll be a good one to review the short and the other shorts that appeared and why I should have taken it. So this is actually perfect for me because I keep fucking this trade up. This trade has happened several times where we don't get what I'm looking for, but then on here we do, and it's like I'm like confused by it, and then I don't adjust. So yeah, this will be a good one to review. Adios.